Welcome to the Dawn Sly Show. It's on now, bitches. It's Valentine's Day. At least that's what everybody around here is celebrating, because they all have flowers and candy and things like that. There's a party here at Overtime Grill. I don't have a date. I have not had a date for a long time. And why, may you ask? I don't exactly know. I've been single since August 2015. And people know about me. And people come to look at me and assess me, shall we say. But I haven't been able to connect with anybody. I'm a lesbian, and people assume that I am straight. I'm pretty enough to be straight. I'll get some floofy hair when I go in and dance. I haven't had a haircut in about the same amount of time that I haven't had a date. It's hard to find people to date around here, and it's Eugene, so you think there would be a lot more lesbians. But I think people always think I'm with somebody, and I'm not. I've been single for a long time. My family wants it to appear as if I'm imprisoned or committed, and so they literally pay people money to not be interested in me. Like, if you start getting interested in me, suddenly you get a $50,000 check, or you get, like, a vacation to Greece, or, the hand jive was playing when I walked out here, so that was kind of funny to me. You could get all sorts of shit. I'm gonna go in and play blues in a little bit, but I'm smoking my marijuana first, because that's what I do. I need a newer car with satellite radio. I could get satellite radio installed, but I prefer a newer car. Speaking of trumpets, I want one of those. I've not played one in a long time, but I think I can pick it up and play. I like string bass, upright bass. I like to play whatever I get my hands on.
On translator Kate.
I don't ever plan this shit, it's just what's happening in my life. I started shooting video to, like, have evidence of things that were happening, and people are starting to actually get arrested because of things I've documented. But I'm exposed to a lot of dangerous situations. Basically, like, literally people trying to poison me and hurt me, and I believe I am well into a pregnancy, and right now they're trying to do things to cause me to bleed, and it's not very much fun. No, we're passing on that. So, I don't really bill myself as psychic, because to me a psychic means that you can foretell the future, and I don't always foretell future or whatever. I feel energy from stuff, and so it's hard to describe because the energy's not left. It's left in all different types of ways, and so, like, sometimes I might smell a smell, or I might hear a sound, or you might hear a sound, or it's kind of like whoever has the ability to mentally connect in this type of way, using the brain in a different way, gets on board and knows what's happening, and then you're part of the game. And it's kind of difficult to adjust to at first, because it's like interruptive to your process, and it looks like you're kind of crazy sitting there laughing at things or thinking about things, which we all naturally do anyway, because it's, you know, sometimes we have a thought and it's kind of this inner voice, and it might make you laugh. You remember something that happened the other day, or you see something, and this is like more literally you might hear somebody's voice inside your head and their lips aren't moving, but you automatically assume they are because that's what makes sense to your brain. But when you think about it, maybe that person's mouth really isn't moving. That's called telepathy, when you can hear thoughts in your head and you can transmit thoughts. And our brains are meant to work that way, but it had to be altered because a lot of people use it for ways that are counterproductive, that do not help the way that things work. And so the only way that it can work for mass communication that involves telepathy is for people to help police out people who are misusing it in certain ways. So, like, for instance, if you're thinking about private thoughts, if they're strong enough to transmit to everybody else, people need to understand that there's certain boundaries and things that are private. And so it's one thing if you're sharing a visual inner fantasy with somebody that you're with or that you want to be with, but it's not okay to have everybody sitting there in a little stadium seat looking at your inner visions of somebody that you're trying to be special with. And apparently people misused my ability to connect with other people and turned it into kind of like let's, power our genitals through this other people and not let them know what's happening. I think she thought I was with other people. I've been by myself, and apparently my thoughts when other people fantasize are so vivid that people actually think I'm there, and things may move or things were whatever, and I have never physically been anywhere with anybody. I've came out of a 17-year relationship with a woman who a lot of people thought was my mom because she was almost 20 years older than me, and she was my first big relationship, and it lasted for a really long time, and it was very good in the beginning, and she developed dementia and things went downhill because she regressed to a lot of her trauma from early childhood and got angry, and I couldn't take that. I was remembering my own abuse and trauma, and so it triggered me, and so I left a relationship 3.5 years ago, and people have thought that if they keep me away from relationships that it's going to make me hot and horny and want to self-touch and make that. So apparently they've been videotaping me and showing it to children and to students at the U of O and saying that I'm the pussy touch leader and training them to do masturbation and all sorts of shit in time to what I was doing in private and what I thought was private. And so they took something that I thought was with one person that people thought was actual phone sex because our inner voices were so loud together, and turned it into stuff that people both thought, I guess, have thought that we're shooting porno, and I'm not. I have been drugged and raped, and men have literally posed with me. There's 3 men inside that tavern right there that dressed in police or ambulance or firefighter uniforms and positioned me in sexual positions and took pictures to act like they had sex with me. One of them actually did have sex with me while I was out. He actually physically raped me. He didn't just take the picture. And he's been asked to stay away from me, and he continues to come around. So I'm here getting stoned and hope he leaves after this set. So people have been using clips of my actual show, and they take out the parts where I explain that I've been hurt over and over again. I'm a lesbian, and I realized when I was about 25, but I should have known when I was basically born. I've always been a tomboy, and I've always wanted to play with boys, to like run and play ball, but I've never been attracted to men sexually. I like to be nice with them. I prefer them as friends. I love video games. I like to play music. I like to play sports. But women like those things too. And I'm not a girly girl, but whenever I put an ad out to try to meet a woman, my profile gets changed, and so it usually goes to men. And I think there may be at least one woman that was taking over all the things that women were sending to me, so I don't get chances to meet people. And what ends up happening is that rich, influential women, politicians, celebrities, just rich people, athletes, people like Steffi Graf, and I've seen Chloe Sevigny and Selena Gomez, and Paris Hilton jumped on stage at a Grateful Dead night, and people thought she must have been with me, and she just jumped up on there, and she looks like a waitress that's in town, and it was Paris fucking Hilton. And I've seen Doctor Who, David Tennant, I've played music with him, all these different weird shit, except they like show up in costume, Melissa McCarthy, and act like they're a character, and it's really fucking weird. I mean, I'm not gonna be into, I don't know if they're just like trying to think they're getting in disguise to see if I'm something they're interested in, if they're just curious about me, or what, but it's fucking annoying. You would think that it would be like cool, but it's like, why are you all creeping around dressed up in weird fucking costumes doing these scripts and weird shit for me to respond to, when I don't really fucking care? I would rather meet you with your real name. I'm not an actress. I'm being tortured and money's being withheld from me so drug addicts can steal it for their habit. My dad, Barack Obama, is the main one that's been in charge of it, and it's gotten out of hand for him. And he's skating on thin ice all the time, and people aren't going to be pulling him out when he falls in. It was all good when he could actually arrange the blow and the blow jobs. But he doesn't do that anymore, so everything's changed around. Millions of dollars have gotten stolen from my accounts from donations from overseas, and people are thinking that, like, I've agreed to be tortured this way, to, like, it's some sort of urban naked and afraid, and it's just people fucking with me, getting paid to fuck with me, getting paid to steal my money, getting paid to check my debit cards, getting paid to go take money out of ATMs, using my Instacart card to take out cash. They have a copy of my Instacart card. So either that's not an Instacart card, and they have somebody else, some different card masked as that, or they're illegally using Instacart cards. Either way, it's not anything I want to have done. I work for maybe an average of $20 an hour, and I put $10 to $20 of gas in my car every day to work when I get work. I used to make $15,000 a month as a mental health therapist. I'm an early childhood specialist. I'm a play therapist. I'm a trauma specialist, and I specialize in treating kids who have been exposed to methamphetamine in utero and to parents who have substance abuse issues. So I sit around and pretend like I'm not bothered by people sneaking in and out the back, smoking with, you know, the guy that's pretending like he's dated me and gotten me pregnant. You know, that kind of stuff. It just gets old. It's really, really old. I don't enhance anybody else's sex. I think people get really hot thinking that I can go a long time self-touching. I guess apparently that's quite impressive to people, that I can exercise that well for that long, and that it makes people really interested if I'm there I'm always by myself. I've been by myself for 3.5 years, every single time, and what happens is all these men rent out rooms close to me, and they all videotape themselves timing the thrusts and taking turns, because nobody can last longer than 10 minutes of it. And that's that. So, welcome to my show tonight. It's Valentine's Day. Everybody's realizing this is Dawn Sly, and she's gay, and she's always been that way. There's 385 men taking benefits in my name in the state of Oregon. They pick up tribal benefits. They applied to every single tribe and signed them up in different names, and it's just ridiculous. None of it comes to me. None of it comes to me. I have no income other than what I work for Instacart, and I actually think my Instacart is my Social Security income that they're giving to me through an account, through my bank card, and I think that I am buying my customers things, and they're telling them that somebody generous is donating them, and they're switching it to my debit card. And I'm tired of that. If I have SSI, if I have disability payments, I should get that fucking money in my hand and not have to run around delivering things to people who are so privileged they can buy slots for whatever they need. They want to consult on what kind of food tastes best in people's anuses during sex play. You're gonna piss me off, and I'm not gonna enjoy the rest of the day. Somebody in my family named Joey McDonald wants to be the human beatbox. My daughter, who's almost 6, who's being forced to live with him, a convicted sex offender. He's spread his anus open in a pool in Seattle. It's on film. It's even on my family's Facebook page. If you go look at it, you'll be able to find it. It was from over 3.5 years ago. Probably, yeah, 3.5 years ago, 4. My daughter won't play with this because Joey McDonald thinks that it would be a good idea to insert this fully in his anus and turn it on to something with a lot of bass and become a human beatbox. I liked using this, but I'm afraid of it now. You can tell who the gross fuckers are now because they're Googling these little motherfuckers. Ooh, even better than hamster sex. I need better weed. It's Oregon. I've been in Oregon. They're acting like I'm in Kentucky, where they shit their pants about good weed. Move on to the bourbon and meth. Boy, that Longmire, or whatever that bullshit was, sure did wonders for all the tweakers in Kentucky. But Oregon's not Kentucky, and you tried to make it so, and it's not. Just by moving Joey McDonald over here doesn't turn it into that. I notice he's not here tonight. He must have had to shave the fugly beard because he got pubic lice in his fur. Hot. He didn't know that you could get that from Man Muff. Behind the chaps. Winston Churchill it. Right there. Between Jim Sly. Jim Sly's been into the chaps lately that he wore for Halloween. You know, that's a pretty famous picture. He's had a renewed interest in it, and apparently he's been visiting Darcel's in Portland, so go ahead, and I pre-made a hashtag Jim Sly, and also hashtag exclusively Jim Sly is also available for you to take those pictures of Winston Churchill in, and go ahead and post them and hashtag them. It'd be very helpful for me right now. Exclusively adult is an adult store we have, but I've renamed it. I like to, when I go by it, I always shout that out because it's fucking funny. I'd like to do a commercial for them, but they haven't changed the name officially, and they're afraid they're going to get sued because they keep being told they're going to get sued, and they're also a little afraid because exclusively Jim Sly used to mean tractors and cows. And so when you combine that with an adult shop, it's mildly disconcerting. But, you know, there's lots of ideas there. So apparently we've added man chaps and harneys and all sorts of, well, Dick 2's, dongoliers. The dongolier conga line is going to happen tonight in Portland. Valentines Day dongaline conga line. Somebody's going to be trying to get into the Ring security system, and they won't be able to, and they're going to try to go in the old-fashioned way with a key under the mat, leaving a big target. Sorry, I'm not. Don't be afraid, little Target doggy. I'm not talking about that store. I don't want to get sued. It's more like a bullseye and not the steak sauce. But maybe you could run a steak in that and get some sauce, because we're going to have Tom Cruise bending over at the end of Dale Cooney Christmas Tree Lane trying to dig out the key from under the mat. And he's going to take the first dongolier, which is going to start the sequence of, I haven't seen it, but I guess there's like the Centipede movie or the Millipede or something, some shit, where like there's a bunch of people that get stuck together by the bunghole in a long line. It's going to be recreated. It's not part of Animal House. It is filmed live. It is carried everywhere. And it's going to be happening when I start playing my saxophone. So go ahead and send your visual images. We're going to have Ron Wyden, a methamphetamine addict senator from the state of Oregon. It's going to feature, who else is there? The real Justin Herbert. We've also got, a lot of them have run away, so there's still some really angry, really bullheaded, really impulsive, very tiny-hearted, peen-eyed men. Basically going together at a mob to demonstrate their dumb shitness. So, all televised and doing really well in all markets. So, visual thoughts, musical thoughts, whatever you've got going on, I would love to enact it. I'll do it through the power of saxophone. Now, who wants to be my Valentine date? That's gotta turn somebody on. Maybe a little swirly loaf woman. Coming back for more, baby, all I know. Vienes a de 300, vienes otro cantus, vienen tus ojos. Duriendo cita, diantro dos oriento, oriento a ti, diora toro. Maybe somebody will have some good weed downtown Eugene tonight. That would be a good Valentine's thing. Maybe some shrooms of the psilocybin kind. My daughter's not with me. People have claimed that I've taken some psychedelics with me, and I have not. I did get a whole bunch of strychnine in a batch, like a year ago, and lived through that shit just fine. They gave me a bunch of acid too because they wanted me to enjoy it on my way out. I just whined for a few hours and then laughed a lot. That's what it did to me. use the iPad. A person. There's only one person that came in. She knows who she is. And she's being controlled right now, and I see the bike locked in my car. I know what's up about.
Oh yeah. You can be an ass.
Get my coat and I'll be out here.
No, he's not quite singing them. I just want the money. Well, so that's the whole thing. You sing them, and he puts them in. He's got the people who like the song. You want to do it?
I don't care what you do as long as you pay me.
He's friends with all those people who look for songs that they can have.
I'd much rather have somebody that actually makes some money for this play than me.
He's already hooked up with all those people, which is
stand-in tonight again. Hi, doing well. How are you?
He gave me the whole control volume aspect. So it's no different. It is to me.
Whoopsie.
You gonna play this on right now?
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Did Rowan split, or is she still around?
I think he's out in the back smoking, but I'm not sure. I gave him a ride, so he's probably still here. It's a long walk back. Rowan and I are roommates right now. Somebody using this one? Yep. I don't have one. I don't get one, I guess. They have my sax mic'd internally without my permission, since they won't put me on a mic, and I just blocked that. There's no remote line access to my sax now. Thanks for trying.
Hey everybody, thank you for coming out tonight. You know, following these guys is a job. The people that were here and have been here before me, that was amazing. I'm going to do my best to come up to somewhere close to that standard. Tonight, at this Blues Jam on Valentine's Day, for all you beautiful women out there, You are a gift from God, and I love you so very much. I mean that. That's not just talk. I mean that. Men who disrespect women leave their asses kicked.
Everybody be quiet.
And they keep trying to tell me, all you want to do is use me. How I answer? Heard to all of that music stuff. If it feels just good getting used, you can keep on using me, yeah, yeah, yeah. And you feel oh, baby, I really need you. Took me down in the room to talk to me. Out my mouth told me all I wanna do is use me. Keep on using me now, baby. Thank you. B. B. Minor.
All right. Play something. Oh, do I? Of course. Wholesome prison.
Rowan's talking to a Don Sly lookalike. And a Don Sly lookalike.
Who wants to kick this guy out? Right? band and the beat.
In no way, shape, or form attracted to Rowan. I just think it's interesting because they're ripping my stuff off, so they have different people pretend to be me, sit with them because I won't.
You can take all the tea in China, put it in a big brown bag for me, sail right around on the Southern Ocean, drop it straight into the deep blue sea. She's as sweet as buffalo honey. She's an angel, the first to be. She's as sweet as buffalo, just like honey, baby, right on me. You can't stop us on the road to freedom. You can't stop us 'cause our eyes can see. Men went inside, men ran out. Nights in Auburn, been on sugar. She's as sweet as buffalo honey. She's an angel.
Hey Tim, you still here? Not Tim left.
Chris?
Not you.
What's up in Minnesota? Chris? Did I tell you how beautiful you are today, Chris? Chris! You know, you can't walk down the street by yourself because cars have to stop. Minnesota. I think there's some attitudes going here on stage. We got a little backward going. It's all good though. It's all good. I want to do a Gary Moore song for you. Oh, don't you lie to me. Do not forget to tip your bartender and waitresses.
Alright, so let's do your thing in A. Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Prepare yourself. They're gonna let me sing again. I have to give them money though, or else they won't let me sing. And you know, all the people that have been here tonight playing for you are playing for free. So if you have the finances to tip these people, they're working hard. And this guy here, man, was that fucking bold performance. That was great.
Well, close up. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Valentine
Thank you.
Drawing all the air of the room, right? We felt it.
I felt surprised. Not with him here.
No matter what gas it was, it was like.
John?
Yeah. We gotta get this shit together.
I'll probably do some more later. See